But you know what? That's how Christ wants us to be. He wants us to suffer for Christ's sake to the grave. He don't want us to turn from Christ. And he wants to give us time to purge, for him to purge us of all iniquity and all evil. You know, I tell people all the time, elders, especially elders that have been grounded in the faith for a long time, they seem so humble and so grateful. It's like they become little children. And that's your goal as a Christian, to die seeing second, third, fourth generations. Old age, gray hair. You understand? That's your goal. Because you know by that time God can cleanse you of all faults. He has perfected you over time. But you know, doing evil sometimes brings you to a close. Sometimes doing good, God takes you to. So the thing is, you just don't know who's going to live old and who's going to die young. That's why you got to get right now. That's why I tell people, get right now. If you haven't given your life to Jesus, give it to him now. Don't be like Judas, forever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Don't be like Judas. Don't betray your father. Don't betray the Son. Don't grieve the Holy Spirit. You understand? You got to think about it. Judas was out there with the rest of the disciples. He probably even cast out a few demons. I don't know. They never talked about it. You understand? But every time you hear about Judas, it's always, man, we could have made some money with that. So you kind of know what Judas was about. He was about financial gain. And financial gain led him to be into the situation when Jesus had to say, it would be better for that man if he was never born. Judas missed the mark. Because his God was his belly. How much finances he can get. He didn't care if he had to betray Jesus. He probably wasn't a true believer anyway. Because you betrayed him, you couldn't have been. You understand? He was in it for the wrong reasons. And being in it for the wrong reasons led him to make the vital mistake of betraying the Son of Man. So think about how Jesus and the Lord thinks about betrayal. Rebellion is like betrayal to him. Not listening to his command, Saul, in the Old Testament, it's like betrayal when you don't do what God tells you to do. It's like betrayal. Betrayal, man. You ever been betrayed by somebody? Somebody you trusted, and it just hurts you to the heart. So just imagine how Jesus felt upon finding out, upon realizing that Judas was going to be the one. I'm sure his whole time, you got to think about it, he was like, Lord, I pray that this cup would pass for me. But a lot of things had already taken place. Judas had already betrayed him. When he was in Gethsemane, Judas had already done what he done. He was at the point of no return. Even Jesus prayed, but everything was already set in motion. Everything was already set in motion. So Jesus in the end, hey, Lord, Father, not my will, but yours. And sometimes you got to accept God's will. If he wants you to go through some things, if you want you to be betrayed by your family members, if he wants you to be betrayed by your friends, if he wants you to be betrayed by your coworkers, you just deal with it. You understand? You deal with what the Lord brings you through. Because you know what? He would never leave you or forsake you. He would never leave you or forsake you. Have a blessed day.